Hi there guys, it's Pip here from pipwheatley.com. Hope you're doing really well. So just want to talk to you this morning about mindset. Now, I woke up this morning and I had a bit of a cold. I wasn't feeling 100%, and I could hear the rain outside, and today is my day off, so I don't really have to get up for anything. Now, I could hear my family member getting up, and I was like, oh, I'm in the shower, man. I could hear the shower going, and I'm just gonna chill out. And then all of a sudden, like, you start closing your eyes and you want to go back to sleep, and it's cozy and it's dark and it's nice. And I had to really wrestle with myself. When I wake up in the morning, one of the first things I try and do is listen to a motivational video. There's one in particular that I listen to, which is incredible. It's dead easy because I just have to press the play button. I don't have to do anything else because they say the first 20 minutes, but I was told yesterday the first 8 minutes when you wake up is when you're most likely to be programmed. So you have to be very careful in those first 8 minutes what you put in your mind. And a lot of people wake up and they don't realise what they're putting in their mind. They start thinking about, usually the first thing they start thinking about is, what do I have to do today? And then they start thinking about, what did I do yesterday in order to figure that out. And before they know it, they're in their to-do list and they haven't actually set their attitude or how they feel. They've kind of overridden that, and I do this all the time. It's a really awful habit of mine. I'm like, I don't have time to program my mind, and like, well, I don't have time to think positive or program my mind. I just need to get started in the day, like the clock's ticking. I got to get out of bed. I need to get some breakfast, or what am I going to have for breakfast? Do I wear these clothes? Like, should I look for another jumper? You know. And do I go on a run? Do I not go on? And then before I know it, like within the first 5 minutes, my brain is like. Anyway, to bring you back to the moment, I did manage to wrestle with my mind this morning, and I was listening to this video, and I was like, I'm gonna go running. That's why I've got my running stuff on. I'm gonna go running, and I looked outside, and it was like this. If you can't see that, the floor's wet. It's raining. And it wasn't looking that great. It was a bit windy. I was like, no. I don't want to go. Yeah, I want to go. No, I don't want to go. Yeah, I need to go because it's important that I set myself up right during the day, so that because I've exercised, I can make better decisions, because I believe that having exercise allows me to make better decisions. And especially later in the day, 2-3 o'clock, when I start getting a bit kind of restless, and my concentration really dips. Anyway, it is now officially raining, and I have to go out again, not because I want to, but because I was taking a parcel to the parcel shop the other day, and the QR code on my phone, it didn't scan on the machine, and so although I got there in time, the guy was kind of like closing up like 10 minutes later, and I still hadn't managed to do it. So just one parcel, I've got to go out again. So I really want you to think about that, because one thing I realised was everybody wakes up in the morning with this voice. It's like, oh no, you don't need to do that. Oh, why bother? Oh, it's too much work. Oh, this, that and the other. And I realised that actually everybody has this voice, everybody. And the people who get ahead are the people who are able to control this voice. So they control the voice of laziness, distraction, procrastination. And sometimes, like, if you ever see me in real life, you'll see me like, because I do a lot of thinking. I'm sure most people do, but I have quite an imaginative mind, and I'll sit there and I'll think about the most random things that have never happened ever, and it'll be like a little story. I'll be creating like a film in my head. It could go on for like an hour and a half. Now you'll see me like go, oh, I got to snap out of it, and I'll literally do that sometimes, because I sometimes just need to bring myself back to the moment. So just to make you aware that everybody does have that voice, you've got to control that voice. The way I did it was, I basically said to myself, what would X do? So in my case it was, what would Tony Robbins, who is a great motivational speaker, he's a very, very fit guy. You look at him, you know he's feeling good, you know he's got a good body. You look at him and I was like, well, what would Tony Robbins do? And I was like, Tony Robbins would go out on a run anyhow, he'd postpone short-term, he'd go for short-term pain for long-term gain, basically. And sometimes you have to do things knowing that you're not going to remember this day, or it's not going to be that exciting, and concentrate on the end goal and really, really sit down and think about what do you want, and just set yourself a goal that's manageable. Like for me today, I have to do my YouTube videos because I've realised that my YouTube channel needs more tags, better descriptions, things like that, because it's not that I don't create good content, it's that people are not finding me, Google isn't finding me, and people aren't finding me because of the way I basically, because of the way that YouTube algorithm works and the way that I've tagged and described my videos. And I have like 500 videos that I need to do, so I feel like right today I'm going to do like 15 minimum, 20 maximum, and that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to get out and I'm going to post a parcel, so that's what I need to do. It is raining, it is absolutely throwing it down, soggy. I'm going to go anyway, so let's do this. And I just want to bring that to you as inspiration. So if you're struggling, main message is think about, stop, breathe, think about what you want long term, visualize it, just take even just 2 minutes. I know it's hard when you've got like other things and you're like, I just need to keep going, and just think about what would X do. In my case, I think about like people who I admire, in this case, because it was health related, I thought about Tony Robbins, who was, I say, is fit, and I was like, yeah, he didn't get there by not doing exercise. So that's the way I did it. So I hope that's helped. As always, feel free to subscribe, comment below, get engaged in our community. I know you guys are watching out there. Hopefully when these videos are tagged better, more of you will be able to access this content. We do loads of videos all about different things, mindset, business skills. I did start my own business about a year ago. Things like, you know, how to control, how to recognise things like procrastination, what to do about it, what are some of the books you need to be reading, what are some of the things you need to be listening to, what are some of the habits or the skills that we need to include. For me, for example, at the moment I need to work on my self-discipline. Laziness and distraction are my two greatest friends, but they are actually in fact also my two greatest enemies, because I love getting distracted by nice things, but it's not good for me in the long run. And you know, I do lots of videos about those sorts of things, as well as sort of like practical tips that I've learned about YouTube, Facebook, advertising, you know, WordPress, websites, all sorts of things really. So I hope you found those helpful, and as always, feel free to subscribe and comment below. Contact me if you want any help starting videos. I could always post to a few places. Somebody has contacted me already with regards to saying like, how do I just get started on my first video? What should my first video be about? So if you want any tips, comment below, and you can get in touch with me as well, because I am a real person and I'm always here to help you guys. Otherwise, you can always let me know if you're struggling on a certain topic, what you want me to cover. So anyway, that's all from me, and I'll see you next time. You have a great day. Keep on top of your mind. Don't let it control you. And I'll see you next time. You take care. Bye now.